Spade and Chim still in this, our FNCS runner-ups from last season. So we got our champs and the runner-ups both in here, and Jampa gets absolutely deleted by Booga. A little bit of ex-teammates clashing there, and Duke's gonna have to make the rotate. Super unfortunate for Jampa there. That looked like a double dink if I've ever seen one. Duke's gonna go for the double dip on the pad, or go for a new pad. Really smart rotates here from Duke's. Mega trying to make the rotate for him and Dubs. Dubs is going down, and Mega just misses the pad, but I don't think it mattered. Creo and Vert still going strong. Muzz and Avery. Muzz getting off his pad. 118 below, though. Him and Avery got to get some damage in here. Muzz going to land on Avery. Booga Miro still over here on the edge. Want to see if I can get eyes on DJ and Eomzo as well. Another team that I think has got a good chance here. I just saw them. DJ and Eomzo still going strong. 200 builds between them. Got the splashes, got the minis. Cold and centered, though. All about cold and centered, man. 80-something builds looking okay. Let's go with okay. Let's not say they're looking good. 18 teams, 31 players. Centered and cold. Here on the front side. Not on the ulti low ground yet, though, in case the zone pulls back across. There's not too much elevation, though. They could drop down and play it. We have Pamstu and Fatch on the high ground. 64 builds for Pamstu, 62 for Fatch. The Frenchie's looking good. Down below, we have Spade and Chimp still in this. We have Pledge at the backside. We have Vert looking pretty weak. Booga and Miro, though, working their way through this mid-ground layer, taking down Haji. 5 elims for them, but Booga gets absolutely deleted. Oh my good God. Okay. Booga gets deleted. Miro's still going solo. Oh my God, Miro, though, pushing his way in. 20 health. Gets the splashes off. He needs to start getting some Cypher. Needs to start getting some elims and see if he can. Takes down Vert. Miro is just solo clutching his way in, and he jumps through, just brute forces his way through Nos. Miro picking up 5 elims now, 7 for their team as a solo, just running through the entire lobby. Had absolutely no right making it out of there, honestly. Almost anyone should have died there. Slacks is still going. Fatch and Pamstu still up above. We do have our runner-ups, Chimp and Spade, still going strong in this lobby as well. Walkers goes down to Miro. Miro cannot be stopped right now. He has 8 eliminations as a duo, 6 to his name as a solo. 9 teams, 14 players. Miro will not go down here. 43 points for this team right now. Byler and Peterbot still going really strong as well. Miro looking to try and make it 7, because why not when you're a solo? You might as well just key everyone. Aviv is still going. Spade and Chimp. Avery is a solo. I called that one a little bit early, but Muzz does go down. Avery is a solo. Avery jumps in, only has a burst rifle, no SMG. He's going to fall. That means I think Miro's clutched up a top 4 right now. Miro has found himself in 4th as a solo. Huge clutch up in a 1v1. If he gets this, that's going to be his 7th kill of the game. He is now stuck between 2 duos, though. Byler and Peterbot. Byler is going to put Miro down. Finally, someone was able to do it. We have Pamstu and Fatch on the high ground. Peterbot and Byler on the low ground, but Peterbot and Byler are not looking too healthy. In comparison, Pamstu and Fatch are looking ready to take this one home. They're dropping down. Shots come out, though. Good damage from Byler and Peterbot, but Byler runs himself into zone, tries to hide underneath those builds. Peterbot is 1 tick from dying, but right now he is holding on, but he's going to go down. Fatch and Pamstu are going to close this one out with a 6 elim win, but an 8 elim second for Peterbot and Byler. Great performance, but man, Miro doing everything he can to clutch up big points there for him and Booga. Fantastic game 1 for the FNCS champs. All right, so we got Miro and Booga in first. The 9 elim third. 7 of those at the hands of Miro. Bro, he is a freak of nature. Peterbot and Byler in second on 52. Fatch and Pamstu on 50. Chimp and Spade 43. Golden V 42. Then we have Avery, Slacks, Cyrus, DJ Omzo. Did not get top 5, unfortunately. And then we have Death and Tabney. Clarity and Slacks got first rotating. 32 below. They get their damage, though. Who have we got? Where's our big names? This one. Booga Miro in a decent spot. Jampa Duke's also going to make their rotate. Kanata Ages, 66 builds. Here for Kanata, 64 of age. They got their splashes, though. 6 elims. Looks like they found a bit of a refresh here. Big refresh, actually. Age is just trying to throw these splashes on both of them as they go on their rotate. Shonye's getting the front side. I see Cold and Centered over here as well. They just swan Dubs and mauled them, really. All right, the full aggressive refresh. Centered and Cold pushing their way through mid-ground now if they can. Byler's going to go down. That was first place right now. Centered and Cold working their way through as much as they can. That's Miro. Miro goes down to the hands of Cold, so Booga's a solo. Let's see if Booga can do what Miro did last game. It's going to be pretty tough to live up to, I'm not going to lie. Oh no, Booga's going for the res. Never mind. We've got 7 splashes. We've got 2 flops. We're going for the res. The second res this game. Booga. So close. 0.1 of a second in it. That is so unfortunate. No, that's so rough. Literally 0.1 second. He would have got up and he would have got the splash. That is so unfortunate. Peterbot's still making his way through. Why didn't he res with 30 health? Wait, why didn't he... Wait, shouldn't he come back with 30 health regardless of how much health he had before the res went off? Is that a glitch? Place goes down. Cold jumps in. Scented now. Got to back things up, but unfortunately, Scented and Cold are going to go down here at the hands of Trashy. Trashy's now got 5 elims for them across the board. Cloudy and Slack still going strong. Despite being contested now, North Sleepy looking good. Nick FN, Demonics in this one. Who's on the high grounds? We have Yomzo and Degen. One of our high ground king teams on NA East here, but they're down to 3 builds. Got to do what they can. Find a bit of a refresh maybe. 11 teams, 18 players. Nets goes down. Blake goes down. Shonye's down below. Lauren's still in this. Peterbot as a solo. Peterbot's been going solo this entire time. Bilo went down, I'm pretty sure what? Early first rotating. So Peterbot doing a lot to clutch up right now and hold on to their first place. 5 eliminations. Macwood and Donnie still in this in the mid ground as well. Demonics and Nick FN here. Jamper's going to go down. Clarity gets an elim. But right now, Yomzo is trying to clutch up as bad as he can. But Slacks and Clarity are a duo, but they're looking really weak. No meds. Well, I've got meds, but no health, no builds. Nick FN down below. He's going to go down to the hands of Donnie and Macwood. Yomzo's down here on the low ground. 126, but he can't finish him off there, unfortunately. Polo's going to be last remaining here for him and Shonye. Lauren's still lurking in this one as well. Donnie and Macwood, full duo on the low grounds. But right now, it's Lawrence on the back foot. Gold shotgun in hand. What can he do against Peterbot? Peterbot has clutched up massive right now. Pretty much a mirror run back here. Peterbot's clutched up at top 4. Lawrence using his last build, dropping down. Can he find him? He does find him at Peterbot with the instant reaction. The Zoomer reaction time there, coming out on top. 3 teams, 5 players. Peterbot is a solo. Macwood and Donnie getting into a fight with Slacks and Clarity. Wait, hold up. Potentially, Peterbot has clutched up the second place here. Donnie held back in this one. Going to go for the med. No. Peterbot is going to fall, but it's Donnie in the 1v2 against Slacks and Clarity. Clarity not looking too healthy. He's going to have time to get these meds off. Donnie is pushing, but I have to think that Slacks shot there does enough damage. But no, Donnie on 5 HP on the high ground. He hits him, and he gets them both down to 1 shotgun shot, but unfortunately can't close it out. But Slacks and Clarity out of contested North Sleepy. 85 points in second place. Well played. Well played. All right, let's see the leaderboard. What do we got? We have Peterbot and Byla in first with the big 8 elim third. I mean, that was literally a repeat of what we just saw from Miro in game 1 as well. Peterbot with the big solo clutch. Clarity and Slacks in second. Miro, Booga, DJ and Yomzo, Dukes and Jamper. And then I'll scroll to the rest of the list for you guys. Joji Rokane down here as well. One of the favorites today, but struggling a little bit, unfortunately. Not the only team struggling. He was a favorite. And, oh, Acorn gets a beam onto Sphinx and DeQuenta. Jeez. 3 kills here for Acorn and Edgy now. And, oh, the whale in the box. Day. Just going full fucking day. The most day play you've ever seen. I'm crazy for that. Holy shit, Day. Day just completely jumping in. My man did not give a fuck. All right, well, Acorn and Edgy, not really too much you can do about that one. You got a crazy Day jumping in your box with a drum shotgun. We got Booga and Miro. 22 teams alive, 41 players. Scented and Cold still going strong here as well. Scented and Cold, unfortunately, still no spare shield. Only have med mist. And we're both down to no shield effectively. 111 and 103 health. So we're gonna have to find a refresh and find it fast. Yomzo and DJ on the other end of this one now. Getting focused down here on low grounds. Yomzo, DJ behind the corner there. Yomzo, DJ both hit a right-hand peek onto Scented. So Scented and Cold now pulling out the med mist, the only thing they have. Peterbot and Byla still pushing forward. Boog and Mira also doing what they can. They've got the pad. They're gonna drop that one down. Scented and Cold playing the med mist here. We're back up to almost full health, but still no shield. Scented goes down to 21 health. Cold's on 23. Scenter's going to have to make something happen soon. Scenter's told me to watch him, so I got to assume something goes crazy. How you go from this to anything, I don't know. So I want to see. Dukes goes down, though, so Jamper's a solo in Storm. Let's see who comes out on top, Muzz or Jamper. It is going to be Muzz. Boog and Miro still going here as a duo. Scented now on 21 health on the low grounds. 14 teams, 25 players. We got the corn, so we're looking great. We find the minis, our first spare shield of the game. Center finds itself with 5 minis now, 6 minis, I should say. We are stacked. Oops, Centered on the other side of this one. 2 players on low ground, dodges his way out. Edits his way through. Centered is still pushing through. Clicks is going to go down. Day's going to go down, unfortunately. Miro Booga still pushing through this one, though. Center's holding these cross angles here with the SMG. He's got to try and find something with the shotgun soon, but he's still avoiding these players just beautifully, threading his way through this endgame. Blake and Lawrence above him. He's been dropped down towards where Jeff was. There it is. Gets some big shots onto Jeff. That might be Centered's refresh, but he's not going to go for it. Booga's going to go down at the hands of Mega. There it is. Takes down Yomzo. Yomzo's going to fall. Centered gets his first kill here in this endgame. 49 health, 0 shields. Peterbot and Byler, though, meanwhile, on the high ground. 2 elims in first place. Peterbot and Byler look like they're going to close this one out. But Centered's still trying to find his way through this. 0 builds. 3 elims. Looking to try and make it 4 because I think he's going to need to find something. Joji Rokane on the mid ground. Centered, beautiful positioning, takes down Nets. That's their 7th elim of the game now. Centered is still going in this one. Back down to 51 health. Wasn't an issue for him before, though. In the water, unfortunately. We do still have Peterbot and Byler up above. We have Bank and Elite down here as well. Blake and Lawrence in 4th, despite being contested, and Centered gets his 5th kill onto Dubs before going down. A little phase-on-phase action. Centered clutching up. I think that was 5 kills and a 6th place. Blake and Lawrence getting dropped down here, though. Elite takes a big shot onto Blake. Lawrence going to fall as well. Bank and Elite. Scare Bear as a solo, and then Peterbot and Byler up above, and Joji goes down. I'm pretty sure Peterbot and Byler are going to be able to close this one out. They've got this one in the bag, but a 14 elims. Holy shit. Elite and Bank with 14 eliminations. Good God. Out of covert this game, just been fighting their way all the way through this one. Potentially a 15+ kill win on the board here. I think Malabuka and Mustache right now with a 16 kill second is our highest kill game of the day. At least on NA East and EU. Bank and Elite going to try and make a play for this one. Can they close it out? 35 builds on Elite. Elite's going to go up. Hits a big shot onto Byler, but he gets coned off there by, I think, Peterbot. Bank's going to fall. Elite now needs to try to make it 9 and 10 eliminations. Can Elite get the double-digit solo elims? Unfortunately for him, they have the splashes. They're aware that he's there. Elite now jumps up above, jumps in the box, goes in for the big 120 tag. Elite has no fear right now in the 1v2. You have to respect how he's playing this one. Can he drop down? Can he close it out? No, he goes to the middle wall. Takes down Peterbot, but Byler with the drum shotgun is just a little bit too much to handle. Huge game from Elite and Bank there, but Byler and Peterbot in first are going to pick up a 4 elimination win. Damn. 3 games into NA East. Peterbot and Byler in first on 146. 50 points clear of second place, which is Centered and Cold. The people's champs right now. I'm not going to lie. I don't think I'm the only one here cheering on Centered and Cold here. Then we have Clarity and Slacks, Booga and Miro, Blake and Lawrence. That is a really close leaderboard, especially here in the top. Well, from 2nd to 4th. Peterbot and Byler, though, are doing so well right now. Blake and Lawrence, we have DJ and Yomzo, Bank and Elite, Dukes and Jamper, Avery, Muzz, and then Fatch and Pamstu. Muzz and Avery also looking to do similar. 3 eliminations this game for Muzz. They've got 1 pad. They've got 80 builds. They need some white heals. They really need a big refresh here, to be honest. Dukes and Jamper. Qua and Polo both going down here on the backside. If Duke spots that, oh my God, we have an absolute grief fest over this pad. Why would you block it? What am I watching? All right, well, Jamper and Duke's having a great old time here. Tabs G now also getting blocked. I have no clue what I've just watched, but I would 100% be breaking my keyboard if I'm any of those players. We have Lawrence and Blake now pushing forward. 95 points, 200 above. 25 builds on Lawrence, 27 on Blake. Tabs G goes down to Storm, unsurprisingly, after the pad just got completely griefed by everyone. Lawrence goes down. Blake's now solo. This is going to be one of the biggest shakeups in leaderboard we've ever seen. 19 teams, and like not a single one of them almost are alive inside the top 10 here. We've got like 2 teams in top 10 max. Muzz and Avery trying to make a play here as well. Pamstu and Rokane and Joji all go down. Clicks and Day, I believe, just got an elim. I think one of them went down. Clicks went down. Day's now solo. 21 builds, 1 elimination here for Clicks and Day. Currently in 17th. Day's gonna have to pull off a crazy clutch here to try and get themselves back off the leaderboard. Could see a big shake up here though. We have Aviv goes down here. Gold also falling. Creo invert. Bryce now takes down Seek. Bryce and Nosson going super aggressive. Net's on the other side of this wall here. Can Bryce find his way in? He can't. Avery and Muzz still pushing forward. Blake is still going as a solo too, so Blake not giving up on this on 98 points. It's going to put him in 2nd place now. Blake's found himself up in a second as a solo. See if we got someone on the high ground. Any big names on the high ground? We have Teo and Pledge on the high ground. Currently in 25th place. Good loadout for them. Need some SMG. Need an SMG refresh, though, to keep putting down that pressure. Jeff and OG here in the mid ground. Blake takes down Day. So Blake is still very much going as a solo, but unfortunately at the expense of Day. Muzz is going to go down. Avery is going to go down. So right now, Blake is pretty much by himself up here on the leaderboard. 103 points. Next closest is Scare Bear as a solo on 84. And Nets is a solo on 82. So we have a battle of the solos here to see who can jump up the leaderboard right now. Narwhal and Nexi, one of the healthy duos in this. AV and Eden. Voil and Except. Except's now solo. Pledge and Teo still have that high ground. Jeff and OV trying to make a play. Users and Skittles still in this one as well. Blake is still going here. Blake's hiding on the low ground. I kind of want to watch it, but my man is just vibing. 0 builds, 1 elimination, 0 shield, 0 meds. I don't want to say 0 hope, though, because Blake is playing this very, very smart. 12 teams, 17 players. What can Blake do? He doesn't need to go for a kill right now. He's just got to just rat for as long as he can. Oh, nice. Finds his way into another TARP. This is looking really good for Blake right now. Hopefully he can get like a top 8 here, maybe. Gonna probably need a refresh to push further than top 8 unless he just gets really lucky with zones, but he's playing this fantastically. No one is running the low ground. There is not a single team here on the ulti low from what I can see. Except still going. Pledge and Teo. Jeff going solo here as well. Unisys and Skittles. We are going to see Nets go down. Threats and Rise still in this. We have both our condo teams here. Threats and Rise trying to make a play for high ground. Teo and Pledge not giving it up though. Rise is going to fall at the hands of Nosson. Threats now needs to maybe drop down and find something. Big shot here onto Nosson. Can't get the finish though. Oh, 9 health. Threats goes down. Is Blake still in this? Age is still going with Kanata though. Jeff's going to go down. Blake is still going. Blake is still ratting his way through this one. 110 points. Slowly catching up to Peterbot and Byler. Ever so slowly. Just playing this calm and collected. Nexi and Narwhal going to try and make a play here. Big shot from Nexi. Except is probably going to go down. He is. Almost takes him out though. Pledge and Teo. Users and Skittles. Ages. And then, of course, our hero Blake on the low ground. Just no one has stepped foot on low ground. This has been ridiculous. But no, the zone pulls up. So Blake has to show himself. He's had such a good run here on the low ground. And he gets a top 5. Good clutch from Blake there. Ages is the one who's going to finish him off there in 4th place. Age is going to try and make his way up now, but being pinned between 2 duos is going to be a rough spot for him. There's also a solo still lurking around here as well. Gets the big shot. Oh my god, big shot onto users. Teo and Pledge now drop down. They've got the meds, but they give up the high ground. Skittles in this is a solo, so Skittles has to try to close this out against Teo and Pledge. Pledge goes down. Teo now solo, I believe it was. It was Narwhal and Nexi that went around the top side. So Skittles down below, Teo down below, takes down Skittles. 2v1. Teo versus Nexi and Narwhal. Teo could maybe clutch this up with this flopper in hand, but it's going to be really tough to find his way out of this one. Nexi and Narwhal are just suffocating him, and they get the 8 elim Vic Roy. But man, good clutch from Blake to secure the 2nd place for his team. It wasn't flashy. Wasn't that exciting, but hey, it was points, and that's all that matters. All right, so we've got Peterbot and Byler in first on 151. We have Blake and Lawrence on 112. Cold and Center 97. Miro Booger 97. Avery and Muzz 93. And then we got Clarity and Slacks just outside too. Yeah, rough game. That was an interesting one, man. We had Booger Miro going down to the rat play. We had a lot of our big teams go down early. Centered and Cold unfortunately went down. We saw Peterbot and Byler also go down. Just didn't have the shield, but man, bruh. Cam and Bucky. One of the first end games we've seen Cam and Bucky make it to. Haji and Suscript. Taking a high ground position here. First rotating. Pretty early time to go for high ground. They do have 170 mass though and the pad. So they can pad to front side if they need to. They could also look to recycle a pad if someone drops one. I think they're trying to find one. Golden Aviv putting down some good damage on a Scare Bear. Bucky getting to front side. Haji putting down some big beams here from the high ground. See if anyone takes this. Peterbot and Byler are going to be on 2nd height. Teo and Pledge are going to ramp up for the high ground. They're ramping away from that other high ground. Suscript's going to go for it. Suscript actually takes it off him. I believe Suscript does take it off him. Haji's there too, but Teo's behind Haji. I don't know how this is going to end. And I really wish replay mode did lag right now with the 2 teams going for high ground. Okay, Haji and Suscript hold it. Teo and Pledge I don't see going down though, so they drop down. Pledge actually chops it. Pledge is down below. Suscript catches himself above, so does Haji. Booger Miro still in this one. 4th place, but 136 below. 21 teams, 37 players. Booga and Miro really got to find their way through this one if they can. 38 builds for Booga, 67 for Miro. Trying to put some shots down on Cam. They don't get the damage, and oh my god. Playify and TK with the drum shotgun put down Booga and Miro within half a second. That is a brutal way to go down. Meanwhile, Byler and Peterbot pretty much doing the exact same to other teams, taking down D-Roller. So 172 points. They are now 50 points clear of second place, and they are over 60 points clear of the next highest point team alive. So Peterbot and Byler could be running away with this one running into day 2. There's still 6 games tomorrow, but right now this is looking fantastic. 1 game to go here, and Byler and Peterbot could already see themselves on 200 plus points. Macwood gets an E-Lim. Uses and Donnie still going as well. Age is in this. Peterbot and Macwood jump. Sorry, Peterbot and Byler jump in. Macwood goes down to Ages and Kanata. And right now, they've got about 80 builds here, and they're playing very well. Scarebear and Walker's still going in this too. They've got 8 builds, 3 eliminations. Good shotguns on the low grounds. Quanti's going to be on the receiving end of this one. Scarebear and Walker's, though. A lot of damage comes out here from this team. We got 2 big duos colliding on the low ground, putting down serious damage on each other. Quanti and Larson go down, having a much better game with their new drop spot, though. So that's a big one for Scented. Good chance they don't come back to Scented and Cold if they just had their best game at their new drop spot. Walker's still here. Peterbot and Byler still going here on the low grounds. Got about 40 builds total for them. Aegis goes down, but Kanata's still in this. Kanata's got 0 builds. He's clinging on to the little bit of landmass that he can find. He's going to try and spray Donnie down here, but he has very little to work with, hiding under the staircase. Any points Kanata can get out of this are a blessing right now, because he is very shambles in a very rough position. Walker's still going solo as well. Kanata trying to get enough builds just to ramp himself up. TK still going up, taking out Booga Miro, but Kanata also going to go down to the hands of TK. So TK and Playify are shaking up this leaderboard very quickly. Peterbot and Byler going to break the cannon. I thought they might go for a cheeky cannon play. It would have been funny. That's Walkers who goes down. That was the next highest point team alive that Peterbot and Byler just took down, though. But Rokane and Joji, all I'm hearing is drum shotguns. I have no idea what's actually happening. 4 teams, 8 players. So we got all duos left in this one. Joji and Rokane make a play on a Peterbot and Byler. Peterbot comes around the corner, takes down Rokane. Can he take down Joji? No, he can't. 193 will be where Peterbot and Byler will end here with 1 game to go. Aviv still going solo, though. Haji and Suscript up above on the high ground. And Joji's still in this, so that's it. We've got a 2v1 situation. Joji can't close it. Oh, sorry, Aviv on the low ground. I'm sleeping on Aviv. I'm doing the quick math poorly. Aviv in the 1v2, Haji and Suscript. 5 eliminations for Aviv, 10 for him and Gold combined. In 3rd place now on 121. Big performance from them. Slipped under the radar as I was focusing on Peterbot and Byler, but Haji and Suscript with a 2 elim win. 1 game to go on NA East. Peterbot and Byler playing well, man. They're playing well. Peterbot and Byler, though, have a nice cushion. 70-point lead. So even if potentially tomorrow they do start getting contested, if they just make the end games they make count, they might have this. We'll see. We'll see. We had Cold and Scented in second, 122. Gold and Aviv, 121. Scarebear Walkers, 120. So take away Peterbot and Byler, and we actually have a really, really close leaderboard in our hands. Good luck, Muzz. We have Scarebear and Walkers, Rokane Joji, Blake Lawrence, Aegis Kanata, Miro Booga, Seek Nets, and Skittles and Users. That was a really unfortunate way for Booga Miro to go down. TK and Playify just going ham with the drummy. Right now, Scented and Cold, though, in second place. Still looking really good. 139 points. They got 2 pads. This is probably the healthiest we've seen them go into endgame here. I Scented, I got you, bro. Healthiest we've seen them go into this endgame. They got double SMG as well. They got more than enough surge. They get to keep those SMGs. They're not gonna have to go too aggressive. Peterbot and Byler, though, probably the worst position we've seen Peterbot in so far this game. Still got time to pop all the meds, though, so he should be fine. He's not that far from front side. Gold goes down, though, so Aviv is solo, 21 above, 70 builds, trying to find his way through this in 3rd place right now. Eden was one who took down Gold. Joji's still going solo on 33 as well. 61 below here for Peterbot and Byler. This could be the game that dethrones high ground, or at least like drops them down. Pretty much impossible. Scented and Cold can overtake them here unless they get a 15 kill win and Peterbot and Byler die now, but... Oh, sorry, 10 kill win. That's doable. Peterbot and Byler, though, are not going down without a fight. They are continuing their dominance here today. Peterbot gets a big shot onto Booga. Booga's going to fall. Miro's still in there somewhere, but Peterbot's going to get that refresh onto the reigning FNCS champs. Meanwhile, Scented and Cold, though, 4 elims, still looking really good for them. That 200 builds total. No pads, though. They've gone through both their pads. Going to keep making their way to front side. Cone comes out, but they can't manage to find anyone in it. Peterbot and Byler back up to healthy. 300 above. That'll easily carry. Only one player has to go down. Peterbot claiming this ulti low. We haven't seen Peterbot and Byler play the ulti low that much. I'm excited to see how they go, but this also could be they could be clashing with Scented very, very soon, because we know where Scented and Cold like to play their games. There is quite a bit of elevation here, though. So interesting to see Peterbot and Byler drop down to that ulti low, because Zone could very easily keep pulling up these hills. Right now, it's going flat, though. So, honestly, not a terrible call from Peterbot. Maybe Peterbot saw this loot pile. Really good awareness from Peterbot. Jumps up to 76 builds. Very worth it with the meds they have. Look at that. Byler finds a nice little refresh onto Eden. Grabs him, throws him into the top, and they're back up to very healthy mats here. So, Peterbot and Byler showing why they've been so dominant here today. 10 teams, 17 players, 22 builds for Scented, 33 for Cold. Looking to try and keep pushing themselves to this. Byler takes down Nick FN now. Another kill for Peterbot and Byler on the low grounds. Here comes Scented now, making his way through this one, trying to jump in if he can. Scented and Cold playing very aggressive here in the end game. They're not leaving it down until they have no builds to find their refresh. They've only got 30, which means they need a refresh soon. Peterbot and Byler, though, on the low ground. 32 builds for Byler, 41 for Peterbot. Scented put in some good damage here on high ground. Wait, Scented and Cold take the high ground. I'm talking about Scented and Cold are going to be on the low, but it's going to be the high. Who Fishy goes down at the hands of Scented. Cold here to back him up. We have roles reversed right now. We have Peterbot and Byler on the low ground, Scented and Cold on the high ground. The only problem with that is it proves to both teams they can both do it. Anything you can do, I can do better. And Peterbot and Byler right now have a 60-point lead or more on first place, but Peterbot and Byler controlling this low ground really well. But Scented and Cold, 6 elims on the high ground. 0 builds for Scented, 0 builds for Cold. So they're going to have to find some kind of a refresh here. No harpoons, but they do have double SMG to put down that pressure. Peterbot and Byler have the metal wall come out. Byler's taking some damage down here on the low ground. Jampers around the corner. Byler sticks that mini, honestly. Nerves of steel there. Peterbot and Byler trying to find Dukes and Jamper in this one. Scented and Cold, though, are just absolutely annihilating this lobby from above. But as soon as they walk off these armored walls, they're high and dry right now. They've got no builds left, but Cold spots these old cones. He's going to land himself on that. Good shots on a Jamper. Jamper's going to fall there. Scented also picks up an elim. We have 4 teams, 6 players right now. So Peterbot and Byler a duo. Scented and Cold a duo. And then we have some solos in this one as well. Chimp is still in here. So we have first versus second here, potentially to close this game out. Byler's going to go down. Peterbot soon to follow. Peterbot goes down. It's Scented and Cold. 2v1 against Teo. Looks like Scented and Cold are going to finish off Game 6 with a win. And if it wasn't for the fact that Peterbot and Byler was still up here at the very end. But hey, that closes the gap a little bit. A 10-kill win. That's a 60-point game from Cold and Scented, which means they've now closed the gap to at least, what is that, 45? I don't want to do the math again because I fucked it up last time. I think that's 45. Still, very, very good game from both of them. Scented and Cold on the high ground. Don't see it too much, but they win the one time you do. Cool. All right, to finish off day 1 of NA East, we have Peterbot and Byler in first on 229 with a 4 elim 4th, 6 elim 4th, 1 elim 26th, 4 elim win, 8 elim 3rd, and an 8 elim 2nd. That match history is disgusting. Absolutely ridiculous performance here today from Peterbot and Byler. Cold and Scented should, by all rights, actually, I was going to say should be in the lead. They did have a couple games not go their way, or at least one game, but still a really, really strong match history from Scented and Cold here, doing really well. Remember, Scented and Cold have had a bit of a rough one, got contested, switched their drop spot, now they're uncontested, so things looking good. Out of their 2 games uncontested at Fortress, they got a 4 elim 15th and a 10 elim win, so things looking up. We had day 2 will actually matter. Peterbot and Byler do not have this in the bag by any means. Booga and Mira, reigning FNCS champs, unfortunately were doing really well. Went down to a couple of interesting plays. Golden Aviv in 4th, Rokane and Joji in 5th, Pledge and Teo in 6th, Scarebear Walkers in 7th, Dukes and Jampers in 8th, Avery, Muzz, and then Blake and Lawrence. And I'll scroll through the rest of the leaderboard for you guys as well. That was a Scented Cold win for the prediction though. Cold trying to sneak his way around the edge here to try and get to that front side. He's got Iomzo, DGen in front of him. So we got 6th, 8th, and 11th all here, and 7th. Boogamira in 3rd over here as well. So a lot of our high point teams still up in this one. But Peterbot and Byler here are pretty far from this zone. 100 above for Byler. They have got shotguns up now as well. Only 35 first rotates. We lost quite a few players this game. Gonna try and sprint rotate as far as we can. Cold goes down here to Avery. So that's Centered and Cold now down. So 199 is where they're going to end. So Peterbot and Byler are stretching this lead even more now. Any points again, this is going to be extra. Oh, Peterbot. Byler jumps in there as well. Takes down Subscript. That's their 4th kill of the game. Drops the extra purple shotgun they don't need. Gets stuck on the cactus, unfortunately. Peterbot's going to go back around now. Byler's taking this fight, though. Byler hops in. Byler, I don't know, maybe... Oh, and he dodges him. No way. Byler with the spin. Byler with the spin. Dodges. He doesn't get the finish, and then they get the double kill. That's 6 points there. I don't know if Byler's meant to jump in there, though, but Peterbot's still going crazy to solo. They've got 6 kills so far now. 2 of them on Peterbot. Make that 3. Takes down Endpen. That's going to put him up onto 7 kills now, stretching this lead even further. We still have Booga and Miro alive as a full duo on 155 points. $13 teams, 24 players, 34 builds. How's Booga Miro looking? Booga Miro got really good loadouts right now. So Peterbot goes down. They could catch this one back up, but Peterbot takes down Edgy somehow. I think Peterbot maybe just got his 4th kill of the game as a solo. No, he didn't. No, he did. He took down Edgy, and then Edgy gets finished in the feed. So Peterbot now up to 8 eliminations as a team. 12 teams, 18 players. Booga's gone down, so now it's just up to Miro as a solo. Miro's got 1 flop, 5 splashes, 75 builds. We can keep catching up as well. Peterbot's only got the bandies for White Hill, so he's got to worry about that zone. But he takes down Lawrence somehow again. I look away and he's killed another person. Just takes down Lawrence yet again. Miro's now based up. 275 points. They now have almost an 80-point lead on 2nd place, which is Centered. Peterbot's only got 7 builds left, though. He's going to need another refresh. He's going to need another kill here if he can. 9 teams, 11 players, so quite a lot of solos in this, which plays into Peterbot's favor here to try and keep clutching these points up. Miro's looking like he's pretty weak. Peterbot. Miro goes down, so now 3rd place is out too, so Peterbot is just running away with the tournament here on day 2. There's only 2 duos in this lobby he has to deal with. As long as he can avoid them, he should be all right. Smack might be the refresh. Never mind, it's going to be Aegis. It's going to be the refresh here. Peterbot jumps in, takes down Aegis on low ground. He picks up none of the mats, but he's still going with no builds. Top 5 situation, jumps in with a 180. He goes down swinging. Peterbot with the 10 kill 4th, I believe that was. Quan Tabs G are now in this. Larson up above. Quanti's going down. And then Kaz and Who Fishy. Larson's still looking for something here. Tabs G on the low ground. He's got zone behind him, so Larson's got to keep pushing forward. Jumps down, gets some good shots on the Who Fishy. No way. The Chapter 3 classic there with 1 clip of the SMG. Larson picks up the double kill. And Qua and Tabs G closed out the game with a 4 elim win. Good God. That should just never be a thing that can ever happen in Fortnite. You should not be able to 1 clip 2 people on full health, full shield. How did we get here? With a blue SMG. All right, we got Peterbot and Byler are now 83 points clear of 2nd place, which is Centered and Cold on 199. No one has even broken 200 points here. Meanwhile, Peterbot and Byler on 282. We have Booga and Miro on 162, Golden Aviv, Duke and Jampa, Aegis Kanata, DJ Niomzo, Avery Muzz, Blake and Lawrence, and Pledge. Tabney and Death getting keyed here by Trashy and Glaze. I'm pretty sure Death just went down. I think it's just Tabney now. All eyes on Booga Miro. They got the pad to make this opposite rotate. Tabney goes down. Miro Booga pick up their 2nd elim of the game. 6 points now. We're going to use one of our 3 pads. We still got the drummy in hand as well. Miro with that drum shotgun could be kind of disgusting. And Booga's running triple gun, so Booga's got SMG too. So they've got really good fighting power here in this rotating zone. And 33 alive. The game's actually kind of dead as far as FNCS Grand Finals is concerned. Surge will not really be an issue here. They're only 150 above too, so they have to stretch. They don't have to worry about that too much. Good shots on the Vert. Kanata Ages still here. 360 above for them. They haven't used too many mats. This could be a high game for Bugamiro, though. Bugamiro, the problem with high game is way less kills. Much higher chance of placement, but much less kills. It looks like it might be Edgy. Acorn have already taken the high ground. No, it's Trashy and Glace, actually. Only 27 builds for Trashy, 70 for Glace. So a little bit more mats here to try and make this one. Suscripts over here as well. D-Roller and Pen down below. Acorn and Edgy are still here as well in the second high. So high ground's looking pretty heavily contested. Bugamiro trying to find these kills here in the mid and low ground. Gonna hit a beautiful little short pad. Miro's gonna get his way to front side on top of Dubs. Bugamiro still got good mats here. 150 builds between them. They could easily close this game out, but the thing is, a win's not really going to be enough. They need a kill and the win. D-Roller goes down. Let's see how high ground's going. High ground is Glace and Trashy still holding it. Chimp and Spade, our FNCS runner-ups on second height here. 5 builds for Spade, 14 for Chimp, and they're not looking too healthy with this. Bugamiro, though, meanwhile, still on 2 kills. Haven't been able to find any more this game. Looks like Booga's taking a look up. They're looking at high ground. They see it's not too high up. They might know. Glace and Trashy don't have a lot of builds up there, I don't think. They're running out. Got about 50 builds total. So Bugamiro would have the build superiority there. Kanata goes down. Just Ages now. Ages deep in Storm, trying to eat the floppers. Stay alive in this one. Bugamiro, meanwhile, just looking at high ground. Still at 11 teams. Only 16 other players in this lobby. Not a very stacked game. But they need the elims to make this count. Even now, they are still just under 100 points behind first. Yomzo takes some big shots there from Miro. They're playing this one patiently, though. They're not going crazy. Except takes down Narwhal. Age is still here on the low ground. Age is going to go down just inside top 10. Here we go. Bugamiro going to have to start getting active soon. 18 builds, 20 builds. Here it is. We've got less than 40 builds. We're on second height. We're in wood. I think a fight is going to have to happen. Looks like they're going to have to go down for it is. Miro's going to drop down. Going to put them down on this low layer. 1 layer above the low ground. Booga's got nothing left. Shots coming out from behind. Booga makes inside the box. Miro's going to have to back him up there with a drum shotgun. Never mind. Booga can back himself up. Hits the big shot onto Edgy. Miro's only got 6 ammo in the shotgun. Booga has to drop it. Drop the shotty ammo, Booga. You got 150. Drop the ammo. Fuck it. 6 bullets is enough. Miro's in. He gets the own refresh. He's got a burst now. Miro pulls out the burst rifle. No SMG. It's all he's got to his name. Booga's now on 4 HP, trying to push his way through 4 teams, 6 players. Miro's now got the shotgun ammo he needs. He needs to try and get some time to reload this drummy, though. Booga still pushing through on 4 health. There's a 2v2v1. Glace and Trashy up above. Pam's doing this one. Glace is going to take down Booga, but can Miro do what Miro does best? He jumps down, drum shotgun in hand, takes down Glace. Doesn't have the big shot to finish off Trashy, though. And Booga and Miro are going to pull off the 3rd place. I think that was, what, like 6 elims? 5 or 6 elim 3rd there. Pamstu versus Trashy now. Pamstu, I don't think there's much he can really do here. This is the last bit of white meds he has. Gonna have to take the shots at this one if he can. Pamstu's in this 21, 11. And he's gonna go down. Trashy and Glace pull off the win. Bugamiro, they cut back the gap a little bit. It wasn't a crazy game, but a 3rd place is still good. Not a bad game at all. That'll start jumping up leaderboard a little bit, but Peterbot and Byler's consistency this weekend's been kind of crazy. If this continues, we'll see. All right, so Peterbot and Byler, 282 points. Centered and Cold, 204. And Miro and Booga, 200. So Booga and Miro, their last 3 games, been looking pretty good. Looking on the up. And then Ages, Kanata, Rokane Joji, Djenny Omzo, Acorn Edgy, Chip Spade, Duke Jampers, and Gold. Booga and Miro also on 206, though. So they got to try and go for a crazy game here. Booga and Miro have definitely picked up their points in the last few games. Is roasted Bucky? I didn't roast Bucky. It was more of a reference to Peterbot, Bucky, Macwood, and all that history. All right, Colton centered. Nice little rotate to front side. Only 36 players. Only 6 players have to go down for Surge. It's really not that bad. Teo goes down, D-Roller goes down, Kaz goes down, 67, 34 builds. So Bugamiro definitely got the loadout here. Sensitive and Cold, still going through with what little mass they have. Oh, shots coming out for Cold. He's in a really bad spot. As soon as he loses that stare, it could be over, and it is. Cold just gets stuck on that wall that isn't his. Super unfortunate. Trying to come out of the swim rotate, and it just doesn't work. Center's now solo. Boog and Miro is a full duo. Edgy Acorn still in this one. We got Shonye and Polo up above. Thatch and Pamstu still going strong. Threats and Rise. Clicks and Day are still here as well. As I say that, though, Clicks and Day jump in on Centered. No! Day and Clicks get their 4th elimination of the game, and unfortunately, it is on to Centered. So Booga Miro now. Oh my god, Miro goes down. Booga as a solo. The universe just wants Peterbot to run away with this, apparently. We're getting our chances. Peterbot and Byler. Their grip on first place is slipping, but then instantly everyone else just goes down. Booga now solo is our best chance to see this one with a comeback. Acorn and Edgy still in here on 165, though, trying to make a comeback. Larson and Quanti. We got Shonye and Polo. Oh, Quanti and Larson jump in on Cam. Cam puts down some serious damage. Larson's got to back up. Narwhal and Nexi still here as well. Ignalai, or just Igna's solo. Thatch and Pamstu, the Frenchies in this. And Booga's holding on for as much as he can. 0 elim, 0 points, and Booga's going to go down as well. Super unfortunate to see. Do we at least have Clicks and Day still going after taking down Centered? I don't think we do. We don't? Oh my god, so frustrating. Narwhal and Nexi are in this. I think Narwhal and Nexi, one of our highest point teams alive, but it's Acorn, Edgy, and Thatch and Pamstu in this. 38 builds for Thatch, 21 for Pamstu. Acorn and Edgy got 11 and 12. Edgy and Acorn pushing their way through. Good edits by Edgy. Comes around and Death just gets tracked through the wall. Edgy was ready for it. He knew. Beautiful awareness from Edgy there. Acorn pushing his way through as well. Larson jumps in. The drum shotgun isn't strong enough. Cam's going to take him down. Cam is getting a lot of elims in this endgame here. See if I can find Cam. How many kills is Cam on? 4 kills here. 8 as a duo. Rise goes down to Shonye. Tabney trying to make his way around as well after Death fell. Cam's around this corner in this other box. Tabney might be able to find him. But Cam might be able to find Tabney. Tabney goes above him. Clarity G. Here's a solo. Acorn looking really rough on the low ground. If they get focused at all, they're both going to go down. And they do both go down here. Shonye. Spray's coming out. Shonye drops. Takes some fall damage. Oh, takes down Igna. Was that a... Did we get a collat there? I don't know if he's got a collateral. I don't know. We did. Tabney and Cam. I swear that was a collateral. We got Shonye and Polo up above. We got Narwhal and Nexi here. Thatch and Pamstu. And then Clarity G in the middle. Clarity takes this mid-ground layer. Thatch and Pamstu on the ulti low with only 2 builds. They're going to have to find a refresh to make this work. Narwhal spray's coming out. Ooh. Thatch goes down. Pamstu is a solo now. Pamstu gets the finish on a Polo. It's 2v1, I believe, right now. 1v1. It's Shonye. Shonye versus Pamstu. Pamstu's got the mass 12 builds. Shonye does too, but Shonye's on the low ground. We're gonna see the drum shotgun. Oh no, Pamstu. It's got the striker. Never mind. Double SMG striker. Shonye doesn't have the SMG and unfortunately peeks out there, and the delay on the med miss is what really cost Shonye that one. That trade did not go his way and unfortunately goes down. But Thatch and Pamstu, the Frenchies, with a 9 elim win, jumping up into 4th place. Huge from them. Now just behind Boog and Miro. But for those of you guys following the overall tournament, we are getting closer and closer to a Booga World Cup. I think Peterbot might have this. All right, so we got Peterbot and Byler in first, 287. Cold and Centered on 219. Miro and Booga on 215. Then we have Thatch and Pamstu, Acorn, Edgy, Aegis Kanata, Roke and Joji, DJ Niomzo, Seek and Nets, and Chimp and Spade. They're closing the gap, though. Center gets another kill. 5 kills this game. Let's go. Closing the gap, closing the gap. Now it's only 59 points. Center and Cold making their way out here. Still have that 1 pad. Center going for the high pad, interestingly. Managed to get behind these builds. Probably going to land on here on the front side on top of this levels. Should be okay. Let's see if anyone's making a play for high ground yet. I don't believe so. Muzz in the sky. Centered lands in the box with Kanata of all people, and Kanata takes him down. Centered goes down. Cold now solo. Look away for 1 second, and Centered unfortunately is down. Peterbot and Byler down to very little material, but they're playing catch-up, so that doesn't matter. Booga Miro could maybe jump up on the leaderboard, but they're also pretty low on material too, so most of our team's not looking too healthy here. 21 teams, 36 players. Foil and XF trying to break their way through now. Peterbot and Byler getting stuck here on the backside. Harpoons coming out, trying to break their way through. Peterbot's going to lead the rotate. Only 21 builds left. Byler goes down behind him. Peterbot's now in this one. There's a play on the other side of the wall. Peterbot's in a really rough spot, in a disastrous spot. He's going to die here. Peterbot and Byler go down. Ken Cold go crazy as a solo. 36 builds, 1 flop, 4 minis, 2 bigs. Peterbot and Byler's grip on first has been slipping. But unfortunately for the rest of the lobby, they also haven't seized the opportunity. Booga, Miro, Cold have to have a big game here. This is too many opportunities they've been given, and Cold goes down 250 points. Booga and Miro on 238. This is their chance to now catch up. 19 builds for Miro, 1 for Booga. They've got to make this chance count. 11 teams, 20 players. There's quite a few duos still left in this one. They have closed the gap to about 50 points though. Sentinel and Cold gained a little bit more. We're inching forward. Peterbot and Byler's consistency is starting to slip for sure. Booga now though, only 2 ticks from zone with 0 builds. Miro's got 2 builds, goes into zone for these meds, but unfortunately goes down as a result. Booga is going to take down Macwood to grab that. There are splashes on Miro's body. It looks like Booga's going to go for it. It's only 1 splash though. No, he gets the 1 splash. He ducks out. He ducks back in. He didn't gain any mats from that. I think that was a bit of a misplay, but no, takes down Larson on the way in. Booga with a hope and a dream. Everything at his back, and Booga goes down 258, closing that gap shorter as well. Meanwhile, Kanata and Age is on the high ground with 4 elims. Looking good to take this one home. Edgy and Acorn also here in 5th, so they're catching up now. 3 elims for them on the low grounds. We've got Mylito here, getting focused down. 11 builds, 4 elims. Gonna have to watch out right now. 45-point lead, that's doable. It's doable. Mylito making his way through now, dropping down to low ground, trying to find something around this corner. Acorn's in this one. Mylito with 24 health. He's going to try to avoid this. Messes up the edit. He drops down. Edgy and Acorn, though, have this cross angle. Mylito falls down to Acorn. Edgy's trying to get a kill of his own. Walker's here as well with Scare Bears. Scare Bears around the outside. They're very split right now. Kanata takes down D-Roller. Acorn trying to spray down. Acorn steps in. 56 health. Gets the edit off. So it's Acorn and Edgy versus Ages Kanata versus Scare Bear and Walkers. Scare Bear and Walkers fall 2v2. Low ground versus high ground. 2 of the best teams here in NA. 4th versus 5th. So this means a lot for both these guys. Whoever wins this will actually jump up. If Edgy and Acorn win this, they will overtake Ages and Kanata on the leaderboard. So neither of these teams want to give this one away. Edgy's trying to harpoon him down now. Drops him down, but he misses a pump shot. Can't follow up. Of course, Kanata hits his shots. And Acorn and Edgy go down with a 4 elim second. And Kanata and Ages with the 9 elim win. Big comeback for Ages and Kanata to jump up the leaderboard. They've been a bit quiet the last couple days. A lot of people confused. And looks like they're making it count here. There we go. We have Peterbot and Byler in first on 303. Burgamira is second on 258. So we're 65 points down the leaderboard. Wait. No, I do shit math. 45. Why was it with me? What does it mean, the 65 versus 45? 45 points. I figured it out first, though. I figured it out. Shut up, chat. Burgamira on 258. Cold and Censored on 250. Aegis Kanata on 233. Acorn Edgy 214, Fatch and Pam Stu, Rokane Joji, DJ Omzo, Avery Muzz, and last. Acorn is still up as well. Acorn and Edgy still up here on 241. Joji Rokane here in 6th place. This still has big implication on leaderboard as well. Edgy and Acorn are about to overtake Censored and Cold. Like the top 3 and top 5. Definitely not decided. Aegis Kanata, 611 above. Plenty of Surge. If they can get their hands on another stack of minis with a refresh, they're looking really good. The mats are there. The ammo, well, the ammo's not really there. The SMG ammo's there. They got everything they need except for a little bit more meds. But if they play this rotate well with this dead of a lobby, they could easily survive this. This could be the big point gain for them. Kanata Ages on front side. We have Narwhal and Nexi up above. Tabs G going on the outside. Acorn Edgy in 5th place over here as well, landing right next to Ages and Kanata. 1 layer up and a few layers across. Ages and Kanata are playing this real slow, real careful. Absolutely no need for Surge right now. I think they're just playing this out for as much placement as they can. They're not really chasing for that big win. But at the same time, 30 points for a win. A few more elims here. And we can see this lead cut back a lot. 88 builds for Kanata. Ages gets jumped in on by Acorn though. But that is 5th place right now. Acorn and Edgy getting active, taking down Ages. Kanata now solo, doing what he can. 59 builds. Has the Surge is not an issue anymore. Has the SMG, so he's got the fighting power, but he's going to have to pull off a big solo clutch. Meanwhile, Acorn and Edgy, though, getting a bit of a lobby focus going. They got Armored Wall, got Floppers, got Minis, got Bigs. Can easily jump back in this one. Centered and Cold, only 5 points clear of Edgy and Acorn right now. The Omzo goes down to Bank. Still 23 players left in this one. There's a lot of placement points to get, and a lot of these teams need it. Edgy Acorn still got great mats here, but it looks like most of it's wood. Acorn's going to start getting the focus. He switches to Brick as soon as he does get focus. Beautiful mat usage there from Acorn. Kanata dropping down. Trying to play these layers. The problem is if this keeps going back up, Kanata's mats are not going to be enough. If this pulls towards that east or southeast section, it's going to be very rough for Kanata. He's trying to get away from this one. He might not even last long enough. Acorn and Edgy now. They took down Ages. They're trying to take down Kanata. Avery's in this one as well with Muzz in 9th place. So some of our high point teams still here. Acorn and Edgy in a beautiful spot to focus back and shoot back. Meanwhile, Zone does pull towards that northwest section, so it doesn't go up, but still Kanata has only 4 builds left. If he goes out into the open here, High Ground is definitely going to start focusing him. Diego goes down, Qua goes down. Acorn and Edgy still using what little mats they have left, and Kanata, this is the moment. Can Kanata find his refresh? 11 health, no. Kanata's going to go down in 2-6-1. Acorn and Edgy on 2-5-4, looking to have their podium finish right now going into the last game. Only 4 points the difference. Acorn and Edgy could actually be in second after this. Acorn and Edgy, big 114 tag onto Muzz. We've got 1 flopper, 3 minis, and a med miss. So we can play zone here. Nexy, though, goes down. Edgy gets to finish the last build he places. 12 builds left. He has the match they need on low ground. Acorn takes down Hoofishy, Edgy, and Acorn. Welcome to the top 2. First time this tournament they've been in the top 2. Hoping to hold it going into last game. 9 elims here, top 3. 2v2v2 though. Elite and Bank on the high ground. Edgy goes down. Acorn goes down in 3rd. It's Elite and Bank on the high ground, and Rokane and Joji on the low ground. Rokane and Joji in 6th place, 243. This leaderboard's getting closer and closer for this top 5. Unfortunately, the first place is still far ahead though. Bank and Elite with everything they need. Bank and Elite should not be losing this in any universe. But Rokane and Joji with that gold shotgun have a hope and a dream. But Rokane gets hit hard as soon as I say that. Rokane and Joji should not be winning this one, but you never know. You can't count them out. They were one of the favorites coming in today for a reason. Bank and Elite probably happy to take this to a heal off if they can. They know they've got the heal off. They've got 12 splashes and 4 floppers. Rokane's going to keep pushing down, but unfortunately he's going to get exposed pretty soon. I believe they're running out of room with these tarps. No, never mind. They've got a lot of mass to hide in. Rokane and Joji could pull off a bit of a rat play. 25 builds left. But again, the heal off doesn't go in their favor. It's going to be up to Rokane to use this gold shotgun. It's pretty much the only way we're going to be able to win this game is with a big gold shotgun 1 pump. But up above, they're both 100-100, so they literally cannot get 1 pumped. Yeah, they're going to take it to heal off. 50 seconds left. Bank and Elite are more than happy to let this go to heal off. But Joji and Rokane are probably going to run out of mass before that happens, maybe. 20 builds left. Yep, they're in the open now. They're down to only wood. Oh, they've got about 15 each, actually. They're really going to take this to heal off. I guess they're just hoping up above they have no meds. Little do they know. They definitely have meds. Bang's probably going to drop back soon, to be honest. Oh, Rokane goes down. Elite jumps in for the 1v2. Elite takes down Joji. No, takes down Rokane. Takes down Joji. Elite with the 1v2. Doesn't even come down to Bank's heal off. The 6 elim win, but a good second place from Joji and Rokane. What's the score going to our last game? I think that's it. We got Peterbot and Byler on 319 points. Acorn and Edgy on 267. So it's going to take like a 20 elim win. Ages and Kanata on 261. Miro Booga 258. Centered Cold 250. Rokane Joji 243. So we got a real close 6 through to seconds. This still matters. You got to remember the prize pool. It's still the difference of like 50 grand. 90,000 down to 32,000. So we got the difference of like 58 grand in this. So there's still a lot, and there's still a lot on the line. And then we got Kaz, Hoofishy, Fatch, Pamstu, Rokane, Joji. Oh, sorry, there's that. Wait, what? There we go. Sorry. Fatch, Pamstu, Avery, Muzz, D, Jenny, Omzo, and Cat. Booga Mirror, can they clutch up though? Can they come back? Zone pulls across. We're going to have first rotating pull back towards Bugle. Booga Mirror right next to Peterbot and Byler here. Gonna see if they can try and find a pad. Hopefully for them, Jeff or Shonye has one. They don't. Playerfire still here as well. Bugamiro could elevate a few layers and go around this outside, put themselves in a pretty good spot here. Now they're gonna have to cut across. Meanwhile, Peterbot and Byler doing a very similar rotator, just a couple layers in, I think, from Buga and Miro. I think they're very close together right now. Buga and Miro have cut across here. So they're cutting back towards intercongested. Oh, they're gonna switch it back up all the way back across to the opposite side of zone to try and use this pad. They do have one splash left once they get in and take some white damage for, but pretty risky play here, but they need to save what materials they have. They're playing for a win right now because they know a win's what they need to try to have any chance to clutch this, but they've taken over Acorn and Edgy. Kanata and Ages, Buga and Miro currently in second place. Peterbot and Byler very much in first. 162 above. Only 2 players have to go down, so Surge will not be the issue for them. Peterbot and Byler now looking like they're trying to get some refreshes, push the lead even further ahead. Byler goes down here. It's just Peterbot now dropping his mass, dropping his splashes, but Peterbot should be able to do this solo. Buga, Miro, meanwhile, Miro takes some shots in the back. 33 builds. Buga's got 21. Gonna try and let Miro pop those mares, but Peterbot's got what he needs to hold on to this solo. 335 points right now. Anything they get is gonna be a bit of bragging rights. An extra bonus to top off both their first FNCS wins here. Peterbot drops down, 12 builds, 2 elims. Peterbot and Byler gonna go down here. Buga Miro though, with their eyes set on the prize, I think they have to get every remaining kill, and I still don't know if that would be enough. Buga Miro trying to push 40. I think it might actually. Buga Miro could win this. Wait. If they get like 10 more kills, I mean, they have to run through the entire lobby. 60 points in this. It's 30th for a win. 13 kill win to win it. So 9 more elims and the win. That's another one. Iomzo goes down here. Buga Miro not going down without a fight, but they get dropped down onto low ground. Miro can't find his way out. That rotated ramp is going to be the killer. Miro can't get the med mist off. Buga has to try to solo clutch this with 0 builds. Good shots on the spade. But with this position, it's going to be tough. But they're holding on to their second place. Scented and Cold. Meanwhile, Scented and Cold are pushing for second. Do we have the Scented second place curse? 7 points in it right now. Cold and Scented on the back foot right now. Scented is very, very weak, but they need to push forward 7 more points to clutch up second place for Scented and Cold. Meanwhile, DGen on 225, trying to jump up to 244 would be the next point threshold for them. So all eyes on Scented and Cold. Can they finish in second place? Close down this gap on Peterbot and Byler. Cold gets hit hard. 7 builds for Cold. 10 for Scented. Still pushing forward. 2 elims to their name. 272. They need a few more points. Couple more elims. DGen down below. DGen around the corner. That's 3 more points. 274. 4 points the difference. 1 elim and a placement point will do it. Scented tries to find this, but can't hit his shots. Cold right now on 11 HP. Scented trying to hold his builds. 5 builds left now. Scented goes down. Cold is in this as a solo. Gets the elim. 276. 2 more points right now to overtake them. Cold's pushing forward. He needs to get second, or he needs to get an elim. And right now, he's got a solo on low ground. It's Chimp. Chimp versus Cold right now. It means a lot for both of them, but it means more for Cold. He's got a duo up above. It's Donnie and Macwood up above. He's not going to be able to take them out. But can Cold take down Chimp, or can he get second place? He gets the shot through. 278. It's going to come down to a tie break. Cold knows he can't win it on the high ground. The points may be bugged. 278. It's a double 278 right now. I don't know if the points are bugged. They sometimes are. Elims aren't counting. Okay, so maybe did they second place? Or did Buga Miro get more elim points? God, I hate replay mode sometimes. At the same time, it kind of makes it more exciting. Where's finals? My voice is cooked. All right. We have Scented and Cold. Wait, no, they did count. We have Scented and Cold on 293. They win the tiebreak because of their win. Game 6 of day 1, the 10 elim win makes them win out the tiebreak. If you guys don't know, the way tiebreaks are decided, it goes Victory Royale's average elims, average placement. So 1 Victory Royale to 0. Cold and Scented will take second place. Scented second place curse continues, but I mean, hey, second place in FNCS ain't too bad. But, of course, Peterbot and Byler, 3-4-3, 50-point margin over second place. Incredibly dominant performance from them. Brought it back in their last game. Had a shaky kind of finish, but they held on. Then we have Miro and Buga. Unfortunately, the 4-peat, the dream is shattered. Still tied for second, coming third overall. Very good performance after 3 FNCS wins in a row. Acorn Edgy. Unfortunate, very aggressive play used against them in the last game is going to put them in 4th place. Aegis Kanata with the big clutch up, but again, going down to a really aggressive push from a few teams in the last game. Rokane Joji in 6th. DJ Niomzo with a big comeback today, actually, I think. Yeah, 2 really good games today. Actually, 4, like DJ Niomzo, did they get one of the highest points scored today? DJ Neom's doing 6th today. And then we have Avery and Muzz in 8th. Fatch and Pam's doing 9th. Chimp and Spade, Jeff, Gold, Kaz, Larson, Narwhal, Donny, Blake, Seek, Duke, Qua, Haji, Pledge, Skittles, Clarity, Death, Bank, Scarebear, Capalot, Glace, Player 5, Rise, Bryce, Igna, D-Roller, Day, Demonics, Voil, Vert, Bucky, Dubs, Cobalt, Mason, AV, Crumbler, Cyrus, Bizzle, Sphinx, Nico, Golden, and...